Long ago, in a world filled with struggle, fear, and brokenness, people were searching for hope. Life was often hard, and many believed that one day God would send someone who would bring light into darkness, healing into pain, and peace into troubled hearts. That promise began quietly in an unexpected way. In a small town called Nazareth, a young woman named Mary received a surprising message from an angel. She was told she would give birth to a child through God's power. This child would be named Jesus, and he would be called the Son of God. Not long after Jesus was born, not in a palace or a place of comfort, but in a simple stable. His first visitors were humble shepherds, and later wise men traveled a long distance, guided by a star, bringing gifts and honoring him as a king. From the very beginning, Jesus' life showed that great hope can arrive in the most ordinary places. Jesus grew up like any other child, learning, working, and living among everyday people. But when he was about 30 years old, his life took a new direction. He began traveling from town to town, speaking to crowds and teaching about God's love. Jesus spoke in simple stories that people could understand, stories about lost sheep, forgiving fathers, seeds planted in the soil, and neighbors helping one another. His message was clear and powerful. God loves you, God sees you, and God's kingdom is open to everyone. Wherever Jesus went, people followed him. He welcomed those who felt forgotten, the poor, the sick, the lonely, and those pushed aside by society. He healed the blind, helped the paralyzed walk, calmed storms with his words, and even raised the dead. Yet it wasn't just his miracles that moved people's hearts. It was his compassion. He taught others to love their enemies, forgive those who hurt them, and treat others with kindness and humility. He showed that true strength comes from serving others and that real greatness is found in love. As Jesus' influence grew, not everyone was happy. Some leaders felt threatened by his teachings and feared the change he was bringing. Still, Jesus stayed true to his mission. He knew he had come not to rule with force, but to show a different kind of power, the power of sacrificial love. Eventually, Jesus was betrayed by one of his own followers. He was arrested, falsely accused, and put on trial. Though he had done nothing wrong, he was sentenced to die. He was mocked, beaten, and forced to carry a heavy cross through the streets. On a hill called Golgotha, Jesus was crucified. To many, it looked like the end. Darkness covered the land and hope seemed lost. But even in his suffering, Jesus chose love. He forgave those who hurt him, showed mercy to others, and trusted God with his final breath. 3 days later, everything changed. When women went to visit his tomb, they found it empty. Jesus had risen from the dead. He appeared to his followers, speaking words of peace, restoring their faith and reminding them that love is stronger than death. Before returning to heaven, Jesus gave them a mission: to share this hope with the world.